We've seen a lot of insurance technology companies, so-called insurtech companies, come into the marketplace. One of the most exciting areas and fast-growing areas of the insurance industry and the insurtech industry is cyber insurance. And you, Ryan, are focused on that with ThreatInformer. You've got a platform that helps insurers and brokers offer cyber insurance. How do you see the cyber insurance market unfolding for ThreatInformer?
ThreatInformer are 100% focused on cyber insurance and helping those brokers and underwriters. We have an automated cyber insurance assessment tool, primarily targeted towards SME customers, to help an insurer see the risk and understand for this specific client how cyber risk affects them. It's developing so quickly. The threats that we're seeing today are nothing like the threats that we were seeing 5 or 10 years ago. And you look at auto insurance, for instance, and the risks are very consistent across time. That causes big problems for insurers because they can't rely on their previous claims history to really give them good insights. Instead of looking to the past, they have to look to the future and data about how the organisation is going to perform moving forward.
So the underwriting process you're describing there, how does it differ from traditional insurance for cyber insurance?
There's two key areas that there's big differences. One is looking at previous claims and having a good claims history. But if we look at, say, ransomware threats, there were hardly any ransomware threats 4 years ago, and now that's a key area of claims. That means that you always have to look forward and understand more about how the organisation is going to perform in the future. The other really key issue is the complexity of questionnaire-based underwriting. Today, if you buy auto insurance, as an example, we ask you lots of questions and everyone knows what's the size of the engine in my car. But
Right.
If you start to ask people, what antivirus do you have on your systems? Do you have full, complete coverage? Suddenly, the reliability of the answers is much less.
One of the things that's happening is cyber attacks are getting increasingly sophisticated themselves using machine learning, artificial intelligence and machine learning algorithms. Where do you see those attacks going?
The main difference that machine learning is bringing to the attack, geography really, is to be able to automate attacks that were very, very time consuming in the past. And a good example of that is phishing. Instead of sending your organisation thousands upon thousands of emails trying my luck, an attacker can mine open data to understand who are the right people within your organisation, who's the accounts department, who do they know, and then use machine learning to produce targeted phishing attacks that then are more likely to succeed. So it's changing.
And do this en masse, writ large, they can do millions of attacks.
Absolutely. I mean, that's completely possible today with a human, but now we could do it hundreds and hundreds of times over in seconds by automating it through machine learning. So it changes the types of attacks that are feasible, but still it's the same vulnerabilities that are getting exploited. It really increased the volume.
One of the things that's big on all insurers' minds is the cost of pricing risk incorrectly and offering policies to clients that they shouldn't have, and the risk ends up being a multiple of what they anticipated.
Yes.
How does your platform help them on that front?
So our platform performs the automated assessments of clients and then allows insurers to get a ranked view of the risk, and to then identify, for instance, some flags which are extremely high risk, or pick the highest percentiles and then either decide not to write that risk or decide to look further into it before making that decision.